Welcome back to CKTV.
Today's episode includes news on robotics,
Band, choir, and orchestra at the PAC.
and a lot going on in language classes.
CKTV begins now. Good morning, CKMSB. I'm Aiden McElroy.
And I'm Simon Kraft. You're watching CKTV.
Today is Thursday, December 18th, 2025.
And we're coming to you from the CKTV studio.
We're just one short day away from winter break.
That's right, and this is the last episode of CKTV for 2025. So let's dive in.
Last month, our drama club gave a show-stopping performance at the beloved Disney Channel classic, Descendants. 3 shows were performed between November 19th and 20th and had boys and girls middle school had a chance to see the midday performance on November 20th.
Job well done to the cast and crew. And in upcoming drama club news, auditions for the spring play, which will be The Witch's Princess, are being held this week. One audition was earlier this week, and the next will be today from 3 to 5 in Mr. Ernst's room.
In our other club news, robotics has been at hard work. On Friday, our middle school teams 38X and 38A visited the upper school robotics lab for a skills season for the upcoming tournament.
At the end of that event, our teams were among some of the highest scorers with totals of 58 for Team 38A and 56 for Team 38X. The next day, both teams were at Grand and Blanc for their league finale.
On the day of the competition, both of the teams had a successful day, with Team 38A going in 4-0 and 38X going 3-1. Place out of 50 total teams.
Finally, for the second time this season, our teams also paired together for elimination rounds, and once again made it to the semifinals. Nice work, guys.
In other news worth celebrating, the CKMSB Annual Winter Community Service Project came together early this week in the form of birthdays in a box. By the end of last week, the 3 different grade levels had collected enough to make 160 boxes.
Mrs. Dawson was able to use the money collected from sweatpants days to even out the donations of supplies and get extra things to make each box special. From there, students met in their grade level lobbies on Monday to put the boxes together in hopes of helping those in need. Have a memorable birthday! Donations were delivered later that day on Monday to the 2 charities, the DRE Project in Pontiac and Open Hands Pantry in Royal Oak.
Last week, the girls and boys middle school had a chance to have a special performance at the middle school band, strings, choir, and dance. The whole school walked over to the PAC to get a look and listen and to watch the different performing arts groups that have been performing with the winter concerts.
In other all-school news, tomorrow will be Grandparent and Special Friend Visiting Day, which will be a special schedule for each grade, as well as an early release as we head into the winter break.
So tomorrow morning, 6th graders will meet in their advisories first when they walk over in the Wallace Ice Arena. Then they'll get a chance to eat at De Salle and eat lunch at Cranbrook Dining Hall. From there, they'll walk over to the CIS and get to finish up the day with the grandparents or special friends at the Institute of Science and be dismissed to leave at 2.
Meanwhile, the 7th graders will go through a condensed class schedule. They'll eat lunch here at CKMSB, then head over to the Cranbrook Art Museum to finish out their day with their grandparents and special friends.
Last but not least, the 8th graders will also start out in advisory, just like the 6th graders, but they'll walk over to the CIS to enjoy an electrical show at the planetarium. They'll come back to have lunch to finish out their day in MSB dining hall with their grandparents or special friends. It'll be a fun way to end the year together and head into break.
Now, on to grade level news. The 8th grade French class wrapped up their menu project this week, which featured a unique restaurant name and authentic French food items.
In Sierra Nevada's 8th grade Spanish, The boys were able to write a book about daily routines and fictional characters in a children's book.
This gave students the chance to practice their vocabulary and conjunction skills. Here's a few of the books that the students made.
8th graders were also working on their inventors projects that forces the research on racial minorities and female American inventors from the 1850s through the 1920s.
A lot of important innovations in American life came from inventors whose work wasn't always recognized in their time, especially the racial minorities and female inventors who faced discrimination, limited rights, and huge barriers in education.
Yet the ideas changed the world anyway. Great job to the 8th grade boys for learning about these individuals and recognizing their significance in their contributions of the context of the time period and when they were making these ideas come to life.
Also in 8th grade American Studies, 8th graders are learning how to save money as part of a finance project and how to understand the challenges that saving can present.
Yep, 8th graders had a hard work at the project after they complete all their lessons. They will have a full grade challenge where the person who makes the most money through the simulation gets a name on a placard.
It may seem like fun and games, but the lessons are considered an assignment grade in Mr. Paris's American Studies class.
Meanwhile, in 7th grade, the 7th grade Spanish classes made family trees. They made these trees while learning to talk about different family members in Spanish.
After the project ended, the classes had a gallery walk of all their poster boards. They placed sticky notes on other poster boards to say what they liked or noticed about the other person's family tree.
In the 7th grade Latin, the boys are reading the Iliad, an ancient Greek poem. The Iliad is by Homer and about the rage of the Achilles during the Trojan War.
It's a classic that gives a glimpse into ancient Greek culture, values, and mythology.
News, 6th graders are reading Boxers and Saints in Global Studies and are making story panels to go along with the book.
In tech class, 6th graders are making their own wrapping paper for the holidays.
And in drama, 6th and 7th graders are rehearsing for their upcoming performance in The Mummers.
And now we're going to kick it over to Herbie, who has all the info we need about MSB, sports, and clubs. Herbie?
Thank you, Aiden and Simon. I'm Herbert Hansen here with all your middle school sports and IM news. In sports news, 7th grade basketball is having a great season with Coach Bird. Their first game they played away at Berkshire and brought home the win. Next, they played Covington and started the season with 2 wins, dominating the game. Later in the season, they went up against South Hills in a thriller game and came out with the win by defeating them by just 1 point. A last-minute score by Alex Agri. Next, they played Derby away and lost in a wild overtime. For their last game, they played West Bloomfield and got their 4th win of the season with a record of 4-1. 8th grade basketball is also having a successful season. So far, with a record of 3-2, their first game they won against Berkshire away. For their second game, they played their first home game against Covington and also won. Their third game was the hardest yet, and they were unable to beat South Hills. For their fourth game, they played Derby. Ferris Rita hit the game winner to seal off an amazing win. Well, that's all your middle school sports and IM news. For now, back to you guys at the news desk, Simon and Aiden.
Thanks for that, Herbie.
One last thing, though, while we're on the topic of basketball, you may recall that after Thanksgiving break, the gym floor was redone to give our basketball players and gym students a proper place to practice and to avoid slips and falls.
Mr. Hughes mentioned we'll also be in your indoor recess playground.
However, bare socks will not be allowed this year.
Wearing dirty, muddy shoes will take away that shiny gleam away.
So Mr. Hughes is kindly asking that you always wear a separate pair of indoor shoes on the gym floor.
Thank you for helping and keeping our new gym floors feeling new.
Now, before we part ways, CKTV's very own Parvaaz and Judah Bass have the chance to catch up with some students and staff to hear what they have planned for winter break.
Hi, I'm Judah Bass and I'm here with CKTV. What's your name?
Evan Little.
And what do you want to do over break?
Spend time with my family and play basketball.
And I'm here with
Brody.
so Brody, what are you doing over break?
I'm gonna go to Florida with my family.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Judah Bass from CKTV and I'm here with
Marwan Buchos from 7th grade.
Marwan. What are you going to do over break?
I'm gonna go to Mexico with my family.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Parvaaz from CKTV, and I'm here with.
George Phelps.
So, George, what are you doing over break?
Nothing much. I'm just celebrating Christmas with my family, and then we're gonna go up north to ski for a little bit.
Thank you, George.
Hi, I'm Yunjae S here from CKTV, and I'm here with
Mr. Seberg, 7th grade global studies teacher.
Mr. Seberg. What are you going to do over break?
Nothing. Spend time with my family. That's what I want to do.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, guys. Hoping all of you to have a wonder relaxing break ahead.
Well, that brings us to the end of our shows. If you haven't already,
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications to all of our new episodes and our news stories at CKMSB.
you can find us on YouTube at CKTV, CKMSB. Thanks again for watching, Cranes. I'm Simon Kraft.
And I'm Aiden McCoy. Have a great rest of your day, Cranes, and as always, aim high. See you in 2026.